Planning on just sitting in on a bunch as many meetings as I can as I'm onboarding. So looking forward to hearing what everyone's up to.
Sure then. So thanks for joining. So thanks, Tim. Thanks everyone for joining the weekly marketing update call. Sorry we couldn't attend to yesterday because of the holiday, so we postponed it to today. So let's start with the marketing metrics. So we are presenting the marketing metrics. So this is for the duration 8th August to 14th August. Over to you, Chandresh.
Hi everyone. In the last 1 week, so I have added metrics till 15th August as well. On Twitter, we have had around 3,000 followers, which is twice, more than twice than last week. And however, in terms of number of impressions, we are still only 200K impressions. So even though last time we had less new followers, we had like higher new impressions. So this time we had a drop of around like we can see 15K new impressions. On YouTube, we had demo of Liberty 2.0 and also like a update on update from all the ends, which is business, marketing, and tech. So in due to that, we have had 95 new subscribers on YouTube, which is like almost just 20 new subscribers extra than previous week, and then we have had 1,200 new views. So that is 50% higher than last week. That's it.
Hi everyone. So we have seen a rise in Discord members or Discord community members. We have had 872 new community members. So that's a very good number that we are looking out for. Moving on to Telegram subscribers. So yeah, there's a drop. We have 26 new Telegram subscribers. And moving forward to yeah, Telegram community as well, there is a drop in the number. So we have been seeing these difference, so that 1 week it grows and the second week it drops. So yeah, we've seen a drop this week. So yeah, that's there.
Thanks, Chandresh and Yash. So blog metrics on behalf of Subbu. So this week, say last week, we published around 3 articles. So like we are back with the normal, like the back to normal streak of like previous weeks, like 3 blogs per week. Still, we are planning to improve. Like after Subbu's arrival, like this number will be minimum. We are targeting around 5 blogs per week. So three or like somewhere around 3 from vendor and 2 to 3 from Subbu. Blog page views, good traction again. So we got around 1,288 page views last week. So these are the top articles that fetched us the traffic. With respect to website traffic, after a very good show in the previous week, last week, a slight decline. Like we got around 12,540 traffic. So major spike happened during August 14th. Like the sources were direct, followed by social. In terms of search traffic, we are at 2,120. Again, the second, like somewhere around third highest in the past few weeks. Newsletter subscribers, we got around 203 subscribers. Still, I need to upload other subscriptions, like the event subscriptions or conference subscriptions. So that will be done tomorrow, so that the other numbers will be presented next week. Overall traffic share, direct traffic contributes to 53 percentage, followed by social at 23 percentage, followed by search at 16 percentage. So coming back to Liberty metrics, good growth last week as well. Across the metrics, around 30 percentage hike. Uh, Total transactions from 272,000 spiked to around 374,000. And in terms of accounts, from 64,000 jumped to 85,000. In terms of contracts, from 611 jumped to 745. Or a good growth across the metrics here. Thanks, team. So moving forward to the to do activities.
Hey everyone. So Ram, I so in the last week, one of the thing that was completed is I have created a YouTube video that needs to be created as tasks. So though they have been added to Super Shardeum Trello, and I worked on an events calendar for all the social and community platforms, including Twitter, Discord, Telegram, YouTube. Uh, so for that, so the calendar dates and that was the first thing is done. Now I'll be individually working on those calendars. So that is included in the comms and content part, which is the Twitter Spaces calendar, YouTube events, and so there and then webinar planning, which will be with Yash. So these are three of them. There are more, I think. So I'll be adding that like during this week as task. The previous task, we have had more contributions added to the past contributions, that is contributions till date sheet. We still need to add more and get it reviewed once. Apart from that, there's no update on like any other task. It's still like no new updates on the. That's about.
Hello everyone. Mostly last week we were focusing on Web3 conference which we attended along with Ram and Priyanka. So that was there. More updates would be provided by Ram. So that's there. But just to give you guys an overview, we had a lot of interaction there, and the meetup was really good. You guys can go through and see the pictures and all. We have had a lot of quizzes and other interaction activities as well. People have created a lot of videos that we have posted, so you guys can go through that and have a look around there. Along with that, last week we also were working on community run, a program for community run communities, which we are still working on. So yeah, that's something I am looking forward to this week as well, along with Chandresh. And apart from that, I am also working on again this week's quiz that goes live tomorrow, and then later quizzes as well. Along with that, we have a webinar planned for this week. Yeah, that's pretty much it from my end. Thank you, everyone.
So higher. The majority of the tasks last week focused towards the conference. So all of us, like myself, Priyanka, Yash, and Zagur, were at the conference. So it was a really we got a very good response. And thanks to Zahur, especially for his speaker session, that has gave us a very good start. Because of the speaker sessions, the most of the queries that we got during those 3 days conference at the booth are all level 2 and level 3 questions. Earlier in my earlier experience with other meetups, it generally falls into what is Shardium and how it is different. But during this time, because of the great heads up given by Zahur, we got very technical questions, and thank you so much, Zahur, for all the support. And again, I would like to thank Priyanka for positioning the speaker session and the entire content. So that has given us such a success here. And again, thanks Priyanka for uh, the booth video idea. That also has really given us a very good traction. And thank you so much, Yash, for your quiz. The quiz is the one of the highest interacted thing among all the CTA that we have presented at the conference. So overall, quiz we got around like we just announced the winners through email. We got around 70 plus winners. Everybody will be getting Shardeum t-shirts. And in terms of enquiries, like 3 days, we were really, the first 2 days especially, we were really bombarded with so many people visiting our booth and so many queries around Shardium. And there are certain people who are interested in few openings and few development opportunities and developing apps on Shardium. So we have got all those enquiries listed, somewhere around 62 enquiries to be precise, so will be shared with the respective stakeholders to take the next steps. So with that, so Goa Web3 conference is really, really a huge success, and thanks to the other contributors and the committers who were present during the conference. They provided a great support, especially Aaron, Ricky, Shailesh. I could say everyone were helped us in all the booth activities as well. And with respect to my task, so yes, majorly on the conferences, then had few interviews for a Dove relation position. Like Greg asked me to take for two candidates, so that has been completed. And we started our campus webinar series from last week. So on 9th August, we completed a campus webinar for IAC Patil College of Engineering, Mumbai. So we got around like 58 registrations, and somewhere around 69 people attended the event. Of course, people who didn't register also attended it, and almost like around 75 percentage maintained, like the webinar was for more than 1 hour. 75 percentage maintained, like or even stayed beyond 40 minutes. So with that sense, overall the success rate were good. So we had to a little focus on the promotions part. We'll collaborate with Chandresh, because I haven't much shared any other information here. So from the next webinar it will be taken care. So the other one that is going to happen for this week is at MS Ramaya Institute of Technology, Bangalore. So that is the campus webinar series number 2. And apart from it, planning on to start the meetup program, hopefully by 26th or 27th of August. That will be the first meetup at Bangalore for Shardium. So I'll keep you posted on the updates. So, yeah, that's all. That's all from my end. Over to Priyanka and Subbu for, yeah. Priyanka, then later with Subbu.
All right. Thank you, Ram. So a quick update about last week. I primarily worked on Zahur's keynote, reviewed his talking pointers, and conducted a dry run with him so that we are prepared for the Web3 conf talk. For the keynote that he had. Other than that, last week I had a call with one media publication, which is kind of popular in India. I took them through what we are building, and we also they have a conference in November. It's like a hybrid of a business and Web3 conference where I was pushing for getting a speakership slot for one of our spokespeople. Honestly, the call kind of turned into more like a sponsorship related thing, but I'm kind of pushing for editorial driven initiatives and not sponsorship. I'll keep you guys posted on how it goes. And then yeah, we went to Web3 Conf India Thursday, Friday onwards, and then we were occupied with that. Other than that, last week I also, like, while in Goa, I was also working on three press queries for Shardium. It was primarily market commentary on the Ethereum merge that happened last week. Um, One of the press coverage is already out today in Reuters. Maybe in the next week's metric calls, I'm going to share that link for you all to see. Also, in Goa, one interesting thing that happened, especially after Zahur's call, we had an on-ground media profiling interview with Benzinga. Again, expecting coverage sometime next week for that as well. So that's all about last week. This week, I plan to conduct media outreach, both with our PR agency in the US and in India by myself, on the Shardeum AlphaNet demo that happened, and share some cool stats around it. The three OPED doc, that was a work in progress. I didn't get a chance to work on it last week, so I'll be finishing, like, reviewing and editing this doc this week. Apart from that, we have to work on two new articles for a media publication on behalf of Shardium, so have to do that. Campus ambassador program, I'll work on a plan and connected with some cool folks in the conference. We'll be doing a call with them to understand how they do it, like some ideas and all, and work on implementation. I also have a couple of calls lined up this week with some international community builders to kind of expand on our community initiatives for Shardium. That's all.
Hey, thank you, Priyanka. Thank you all. I don't know if you all remember me. My name is Subbu. Uh, I first need to thank all everybody, contributors, core team members, um, everyone who supported me in the last month and a half. Um, and yeah, I'm back to good health, and thankfully, this is the moment I've been waiting for, as I told at the start of the call. I'm happy to join back, and nice to see you all again. Thanks for the wishes. Really appreciate it. Words are not enough for that. And guys, can you hear me? Or
Yes, Subbu.
yeah. So just wanna from my side, I wanna just share a couple of updates as I resume my work. So goodness. Um, Yeah, so the first thing is that we are, as Chandresh and others would have said, we are looking to reward our contributors who have contributed since February through July or August. The past contributions. Of course, the future contributions, will be rewarded in many forms and shapes. But the past contributions, we have not forgotten about it. We have captured it, and from content perspective, I have also added to the list that Chandresh, Yash, and Ram has. What we also may need is that, at least from a content point of view, we would need the USDT address. I don't see everyone's USDT, the Tether ERC address. So we will need to reward some of you guys, right, or probably all the contributors, right. So we would need that at some point, today, tomorrow. I will approach you all. We will need that information so that we can transfer the amount to you. That's number one. Second is that, yeah, I can see there are a lot of projects, Web3 projects that have been deployed so far, and we would love to get the technical contents, like how we have some technical content right now, like how to deploy contracts, smart contracts using Solidity, and all those basic things about deployment. But we would love to get content from our developers, who are building on Shardium, about building how they deploy their project, apart from just a smart contract, but also how they deploy their project, whether it's swapping or any other DeFi mechanism or NFT. How do they deploy that? So that would be a good experience, especially before we start the hackathon. People would love to see it. I'm sure you would love to see the experience. You could also, we all could learn from it. We can also be one of those folks who would be building on Shardeum in the future, right? So at least we can learn from that. That's one. And translation, I would share a worksheet like how I had shared like 2 months back. This is for those who have translated contents for July and August. Not August, June and July. I have data till May. So for June and July, since we want to reward those folks as well, I would share a spreadsheet on the content channel. Look forward to it, and make sure you update. It basically will have how many translations you did and how many words, total number of words you translated. So the same information which I was getting from you till May. Then let me see if there is anything I missed out. I'm working with Dan to create content, for Shardium's, 1 minute video series. I think I believe, which is a bit overdue. I'm looking to complete that, and we should be able to publish a video as soon as possible with the help of folks like Ricky and other contributors. And I will be reviewing. I'm reviewing and will be publishing the pending blogs which has been submitted by the community. So I'm looking to do that this week. I think there are 3 or 4, not much, but look forward to updates with respect to content, on the content channel in the next day or two. That's all from my end. Thank you all again.
Thanks, Subbu. Subbu, just one more thing. If possible, like we can keep the translation on hold until we get few more clarity. So till date, whatever the translation is fine. So for the next 2 weeks, we can keep it on hold, and as we discussed earlier, right, we can announce it to the community and let them take it. Let them start the activity from September, maybe after a few more guidelines from our end.
Right. I mean, so the one I'm talking about is the manual translation they are doing right now.
Okay, so whatever the translation, but translation work, whatever, let's stop from today.
Sure,
Actually,
sure,
from tomorrow, we can refine few guidelines, and from September 1st, we can start that again.
sure. Great. Okay.
Yeah. And I forgot to add a few more things, team, with respect to Goa conference. Again, like thank Chandresh for a few of his inputs in the social media ideas, unable to incorporate everything. So will be incorporated in the next conference. And but his photo at the booth also really worked as and helped for more traction. And apart from that, we also had a few gaps and few issues in the logistics. So that also will be the learnings and the gaps will be documented and will be taken care in the next meeting. That's all, team. So open to the community. Any queries, any doubts, please feel free to share. Or any other update also from your end, feel free to share.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Vipin.
Yeah, I just had one request because recent past 2 to 3 days we could again see the proliferation of new community handles. So what I wanted to what suggestion that I had was that at least Shadium community could update which are the official handles till now that we have recognized for their constant and focused work. Because what happens is that even uh, we are Shardium times community, because sometimes our community mistakes us to Shardium, even though we are core community of Shardium, and we correct them that we are a part of core community, and this is a core community handle. It's not Shardium's Twitter handle. So we are always correcting them that we are part of the core community, but it's not Shardim's Twitter handle. So in case if there are chances that the community may get scammed, there may be chances. So it's better that community should be made aware that which are the official handles and official community outreach handles which Shardium has officially recognized for their work till now. So that was one suggestion that I had. And regarding the projects who had almost deployed, uh, they want to have a space. So based on based on the committers' feedback, which should be the ideal platform for them to have a space for those projects which has almost deployed on our mainnet like Prof. So, because in Discord means they have a streaming option, and Twitter means the audio version only will be coming. So, I would like to have a discussion based on that as time allows also. That was all from my side, and thank you, Subbu. It's happy to see you back. Thank you for being with us.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. We'll be in touch, guys.
Thanks, Vipin, for the feedback and
Uh,
suggestion.
yeah, for the first thing, thanks for the feedback. And we have actually, Yash has prepared a list of communities that we know about. Like you mentioned, right? The contributors who have created the communities. So I think by next week, Yash will be able to share that. Yeah, like that. That's the only thing about the first part. Like, I think Ram, if you have anything for the second part.
So, Bipin, regarding the second part, can you slightly elaborate that part, that alone? When you say spaces, you mean a dedicated page for the ecosystem page similar to that?
Actually, there are some projects which has deployed on our testnet, and they would like to. Uh, I had a suggestion that if we could allow them to come to the handle in such a format that 50% of the time they could talk about their project, and rest 50% they could talk about the benefits of their project on Shardia. This would help us in many ways as a reference to attract other projects, because some of those projects are very noted projects in their sphere, like Prof. They have been partners of Unstoppable Domain, and recently they have been a partner of Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. So if some projects like them who have genuine intention to build on Shardium and almost confirmed, so that was my, if we could allow them to use Shardium in such a way that it is beneficial for them also and Shardium also, and what all the efforts they have to spend monetarily, they could pass on to the community also, because that also idea they were having. So till mainnet, it would be I feel it would be a good way to keep our also engaged for the genuine interest that they had shown to us.
If you speak about the community projects, and yeah, so that is the idea which we, like myself and Subbu and even Yash, everyone planning to collaborate in terms of all the contents. So the content starts from creating a blog about the product and explaining about the benefits and everything, and that also will be replicated by the videos and, if possible, a webinar on the same by Yash. So those are the things that we planned out, and we need more and more support from the developers to participate in all those things. this is somewhere aligned with that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. And Yash, so if all other developers have filled that particular form, I guess Yash is not here. Okay, fine then. So rest we will catch up internally. So any other doubts or queries, team? Awesome. Thank you so much, team. Thank you for your feedbacks and attending this call. Thank you so much.
Thank you, team.
Thank you, team. Bye bye.